Companies like Walmart, Target, Old Navy, and Primark are contributing to a significant problem. That's fast fashion. Fast fashion is responsible for producing a significant amount of the world's textile waste, with estimates suggesting that the industry generates 10% of global emissions. This waste includes not only discarded clothing, but also the byproducts of production, which contributes heavily to environmental pollution and unsustainable consumption patterns. A few days ago, I watched a video that Project Happiness did on fast fashion. The working conditions disgusted me in Bangladesh, with children working in sweatshops as young as 5 years old. They're being forced to find wage to support their families, since Bangladesh is the second lowest in the world to having the lowest wages for their workers, Cuba being the first. Low purchase prices and large order demands needed for speedy deliveries are just two of the many examples of other unfair buying practices that lead factory management to adopt poor practices to lower costs, such as hiring workers on daily wages. 90% of clothing are made in LMICs, and some wages are as low as 14% of a living wage, which in America, that would be like making $1 an hour. Also, not to mention that these companies are getting their clothing shipped, which is contributing to pollution, carbon emissions, and consider the people that live near these factories. Not even just the workers that have to breathe in these toxins and have the water poisoned with toxins from the dye that makes our clothes. Companies we shop at every day are contributing to this every single day, with global companies adding 1 million pieces of clothing per day. Here's a list: Walmart, Target, Old Navy, Zara, Shein, Primark, H&M, Forever 21, Nike, Adidas, American Eagle, JCPenney, Levi's, Gap, etc. So what can you do to stop this from happening? It all starts with just one person, right? Capsule wardrobe. Now, I talked about this in my previous videos, but capsule wardrobes are all about narrowing down your wardrobe. It's about finding the most important pieces that make you feel like you, that you can reuse to make multiple outfits. Capsule wardrobes are all about taking that stuff you don't need or use and donating them to narrow down your wardrobe to the most used and loved pieces. Shopping from slow fashion brands and supporting conscious brands. These brands make their clothing last longer, eliminating the need to buy new styles every season. They produce far less styles than their competitors, which means slower production and are more environmentally friendly. These brands have demonstrated a desire to produce clothes and products that align with their values, not just focusing on profit, but they focus on local production, fairer wages, etc. Thrifting. It's not only less expensive, but buying from thrift stores means you're not contributing to the clothing waste. Which, by the way, 90% of our clothing ends up in wastelands in a year. With sites like Depop and ThredUp, it makes it easier to thrift without even leaving your home. And it's not expensive. Consuming less. Consumers in America are buying too much, and that's due to a lot of things, but mainly these days is hyper-consumerism because of these online influencers who make you think you need whatever they're telling you about. However, the best thing to do is take a pause and ask, do you really need this? Do you really need it despite it making you possibly feel better? Like, do you really need an avocado slicer when you can slice avocados just fine? Also, be mindful of where your recycling goes, because our recycling often doesn't even end up being recycled. It just creates more waste in the end. Do your research. So the solution here is to just buy less. Stop contributing to this problem of buy, and then only 40% of your clothing is actually used. And last but not least is minimalism. I've talked about this in a previous video. Now, this doesn't mean contributing to minimalism full force, but finding minimalistic habits, like being mindful of items that you bring into your home. Like, did you really need that candle? Did you really need that little trinket that this influencer told you that would look so cute in your apartment? Like, we don't need these things. Just like we don't need 50 t-shirts. Like, how often are you actually using these t-shirts? Now, I'm on this journey myself of not contributing to fast fashion. I haven't bought new clothes in months. Now, part of that is because I'm already going through my wardrobe, but now part of that is because I need to go through my wardrobe and I already have to minimize. But I'm going to be keeping in mind that I'm not going to get rid of something if it looks well on me, if I like it. I don't need to buy it just because maybe I need it in a different color, or I need the same style but like different. Nowadays, we are so easily influenced to buy things that we don't need. So please at least take a few moments to think about if you really need something before you buy it. I understand that buying from these companies like Walmart and Target is easy because Walmart and Target is like everywhere in America. It's easy to pick up something because it's not that expensive. Please take my tips to heart. I hope this video was helpful, educational, and teaching you about what fast fashion is and how you're contributing to these problems every time you buy something from these companies. Now, if you have some time, please go check out some other of my videos and please go check out Project Happiness's video. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you later. Take care. Bye.
What?
Every